Someone please call 911. America been pew pew. If you are new to my channel, how you doing? How your mom and them doing? I hope y'all are staying safe from what is currently happening. There has been a outbreak of a small parasitic. Yeah, I want to say the word because when I think about it, when I'm looking at it, I can say it. But it's a parasite that has been exposed in food that started with a farm that distributes lettuce. The farm is called Taylor Farms and it is in Mexico, right? This parasite is causing explosive diarrhea. And more than likely I'm gonna put the name of the parasite in the caption. Okay. Um I'm gonna make this quick because I'm already sweating. This is not nothing new that is currently happening, right? This is supposed to last if someone has this parasite, right? It's supposed to last for 3 months. And it happens in the small intestines. Everything that the body absorbs mineral wise happens in the small intestines. So if you are someone or knows of someone, right, that is dealing with this, um, you're gonna have to detoxify, and it's gonna get worse before it gets better, and then you're gonna have to remineralize the body and then nourish it. That is a proper protocol. Okay. If you are new to me, again, to my channel, I'm Dottie the Herbalist. I have been doing this for 10 years, 4 years before I even knew what I was supposed to be doing offline, and then in the last 6 years online. Um, Out of those 10 years, y'all, it took me quite a time to pivot because, again, I was in this transitional phase where I didn't know what was going on, but then when I got it, I got it. You understand what I'm saying? I cater to the sisters, women of color. That does not mean I have never assisted anyone outside of that. I also have a men's collection, okay? And it is a luxury tea brand for those who know that health and wellness, right, is in their control, in the palm of their hands. So if you are interested, sign up for the email list. All of my email subscribers and repeat customers get the best of the information that I have to offer, as well as discounts, because I don't freely do that. I just don't. you know. Anyway, so the parasitic infection again started with a farm in New Mexico. They supply majority of the fast food chains: Taco Bell, KFC, um, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, Texas Roadhouse, Burger King, right? To name a few that was on the list. That does not mean these are the only restaurants. I want y'all to be wise, okay, as to where you are putting your dollar. You can do what you want, but I'm just, that's just a suggestion. There's no need to go and buy food that is going to make you ill for 3 months, right? And for those of you who get up and actually work or entrepreneurship, that will put you down. Massive diarrhea will put you down. Okay. So I want to get into the science behind that. Before that, there there is another recall from Publix because there were some grocery stores on the list. Publix, Walmart, Sam Club, Trader Joe's, Costco's, the favorites. Um, Publix has their actual store brand of blueberries that were on recall because of another farm in New Mexico, but it was in Chile. They are currently saying that whoever was up in the sky, right, can see the fecal matter in the water. That's a lot. So this has been happening for months now. They have an advisory on the West Coast in California for people to stay out of the water. Now, here is my critical and logical thinking. The Gulf of Mexico, that body of water, right, leads to other bodies of water. There is a river that runs through New Mexico to other states, specifically New Orleans. Okay. And if you thinking like how I'm thinking, right, that can also lead to the East Coast because again, the body of water, excuse me, y'all, the body of water in the Gulf of Mexico leads to every other main stream of water. It is currently flooding now in West Philadelphia. I got to mention that, baby. I'm born and raised Philly. Okay. My family has southern roots. I just want y'all to put y'all critical thinking skills on. This is moving quickly. The last time I checked the data, right, there was over 1,640 something odd cases. Now they're saying there's like over 5,000 possible cases. Now I heard another herbalist say it was 10,000. I haven't seen that, nor have I heard that. That means that is moving pretty quickly and pretty fast. So if the fecal matter is in the water and it's starting to flood in certain places, this is going to be a disaster, which it already is. Get your filters, get your herbs, get your if you need like I would say get bottled water, but that's been on recall for the last past year, if not two. Like everything is on recall, right? And I was just telling someone yesterday, I've been growing lettuce for like the last past 2 seasons. It is the easiest thing to grow. So I will give y'all two lists. One with herbs, one of things that you can grow because the weather is starting to cool down just a little bit and we're starting to get a whole lot of rain, which is a good thing. So when it comes to the body, this is the science part of it, right? When it comes to the body, even though they're talking about the fruits and the vegetables, again, they a report just came out where lab grown meat has been approved. It was already out there. Now it's been approved by Tyson, okay, which supplies KFC. And if you sorry, yeah, which supplies KFC. And if you're going to put KFC in there, because KFC and Taco Bell are the same. And up under that umbrella, you have McDonald's, you have Burger King, all of the chain restaurants that are involved in the Cyclospora outbreak as of right now. Do what you want to. I'm just putting this information in front of you, okay? So the overconsumption of animal protein, right? It works on your gut. It changes the chemistry of the stomach acid. Okay. Your stomach acid is made up of hydrochloric acid, potassium chloride, sodium chloride, digestive enzymes, mucus, and water. Okay. So if you have something that is not what it's supposed to be, lab grown meat, okay, what do you think that is going to do to your not only to your gut lining, the enzymes, and all of the things that the gut is made of? Your stomach pH is supposed to be 1.5 to 3 after after a protein meal. So again, if the meat is lab grown, it's going to make it worse. Your stomach sits at a pH of 4 or 5. And if you are of a specific blood type, this also changes your blood. Okay? If you are an O blood type, you have high stomach acid, which better dissolves fat. But if the lab grown meat doesn't contain fat or has uh, a different structure of DNA fat, I'm just, if you are A or B blood type, you have low stomach acid, which you're better off eating things like grains and vegetables. Minimal meat, a lot of vegetables, and I'm throwing fruit in there as well. If you need a list of fruits, I dropped that on another platform, on the Facebook business page. It is known. I'm about to crush a lot of y'all because y'all, some of y'all done told me leave the pork alone, baby. You need to leave the pork alone, okay? Um, as and I'm gonna say this: what I just said about the blood types, honestly, the way the food is made and or consumed, I'm noticing within my body for my specific blood type, an overconsumption of, y'all. I'm not vegan, okay? I will say that I am not vegan. I eat a lot of plants, okay? I eat a lot of plants, and if I want something, I go for um fish. Okay, I don't want to call it fasting, but the way that my lifestyle is set up, I do more fruits and vegetables and things like that. I like quinoa. I like black rice. You know, now at one point for 2 years I did go vegan, but then I had something traumatic to happen within my family, and I always talk about emotional eating and how, when we're mad, sad, angry, grieving, things of that nature. This is why I talk about it. A lot of us were taught when things like that occur, baby, what you want to eat? Because it's soothing to the body, or that's a learned behavior that has become soothing to the body, right? So I started wilding out, baby. That is not the best thing you want to do. Is a well-known fact and study that cured meat, pepperoni, sausage, and bacon are number one carcinogens. The number two carcinogens is your chicken and your beef and your pork. Now, let me just say this. I used to love, okay, a roni. I used to love, not a tenderoni, but a pepperoni, okay? You couldn't tell me nothing. The only thing I would eat on my pizza was pepperoni. Give me green peppers, onions, a little mushroom, some olives, leave the meat behind. Okay? Pepperoni don't love me back. It just don't. Gives me acid reflux. Um, in the last past 3 years, ants crawling on my feet. In the last past 3 years, I've broken out with a rash on my arms that comes and goes because um a well-known food allergy. Gluten does it. So if you got a little itchy, scratchy on the back of your neck, on your arms, that's gluten. Gluten comes from baked goods. Um, depending on how you make your pancakes. I make mine from scratch now. Breads of all kinds. Bake your own bread. If you're starting to have those things, right? Yeah, I can list things, so many things But I know one, like I know for a fact when I'm on a fruit fast, all that clears up. You understand what I'm saying? These number one carcinogens, stay away from packaged processed foods, y'all. They contain VOS car wax. If you look on the back of a pack of gummy bears, gummy worms, candy that's chewy of any kind, it has car wax in it. PFAs are forever chemicals. They have a carbon fluorine bond that does not break down naturally and causes cancer, liver damage. Okay, developmental delays. If you have paid attention to your immediate family, if ADHD, learning disorders, autism of that kind has been increasing with the newborn babies, it's because it's in the woman's body. It's in the womb. Do you understand me? It causes fertility issues. Also, it is found in your cookware, clothing, personal care, the water. Okay, I've been saying the water for the past 2 to 3 years. Now produce. Okay, and for those of you who love to beat that face, and listen, I have a makeup caddy that I have held on to because, again, I need to get rid of it, and change is hard. So when I mention certain people in my life that are have a stronghold about change, right? That's me. I'm talking about me too. You understand what I'm saying? Change, especially when you be doing things like 30, 40 years of your life. Okay, 40 club over here. 40 and up. It's change is inevitable, but it is hard, and I think a lot of people fear change because whatever have you. You know, what are people going to think? What are people going to say? It's not about other people. It's about you. Do what is necessary. What you need to do for yourself. And when I got out of this, I started making so many changes, and of course, so many people had something to say. Don't lose too much weight. Da 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 da. Baby, still got body. You understand what I'm saying? If you know the women in your family, it's built. You know, and a lot of women keep saying, I don't want, I've heard this for years, I don't want to be fat no more. Y'all, it's not fat, it's waste from all of the things that I just named. Okay. And sunscreen. We are melanated beings. We need the sun. And the thing that changed our melanin, right? I just said something about skin conditions. Chicken changes, it restructures your DNA. Melanin. Okay. Everything works for the greater good within the body. And what's melanin? Copper. It's copper. Right? If you are planning and thinking of growing a garden, get you some copper wire and wrap it around a piece of wood that won't rot. Stick it in the ground and watch how it changes the dynamic of your food. I'm not going to talk about gardening as much, okay? Um, because I have something else coming outside of it. Far as herbs, what you can do to get ahead of the cyclospora breakout, one, stay away from the food that has been mentioned, right? Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, the things that I know that are amazing for diabetes, people that have those type of conditions. I just bought 10 pounds of blueberries from a actual farmer. Like, I've seen this man in action. I've had his blueberries before. Okay. um know your farmer, know thy neighbor. Exactly what that means. Okay, know your gardeners, get to know people who do these things, um you know in an abundance, in a bulk. You understand? Now, because I am a Caribbean descent, the herbs that people would typically advise would be, things like your typical parasitic herbs. One I will agree with, okay, and that is wormwood. There's two types of wormwoods. One is sweet and the other one is not. Use what you have because it works, right? Um, so wormwood, y'all, and I'm thinking off the top of my dome because last night I was trying to figure out what I wanted to put. Artichoke leaf, olive leaf, because these are antibacterial, antifungal. Um, you want things that are a tad bit bitter, very aggressive. And bitter is nasty. It's very aggressive. So speaking of bitter, if you can find somebody that has oranges, that grow oranges, you want these things as fresh as possible to not prolong the diarrhea because it dehydrates you. So to stay hydrated, coconut water. If you do not like coconut water, I strongly advise you, because it does have an acquired taste. I strongly advise that if you're allergic to it, right? Um, and I say I'm going back and forth, y'all. I'm sorry. But coconut water it has electrolytes, which is going to actually keep the body from drying out. Okay. Now the orange peel itself, if you ever had any orange whatever, and I'm not saying, I'm gonna say it, if you ever had orange chicken, you already know what that does to your stomach. But to actually have um orange peel extraction, grapefruit extraction, it's gonna get rid of the splora. Okay, and I ain't talking about Dora, baby. That orange peel gonna run through you. Another thing, lemon leaves. Okay, a lot of people think that Chinese, because we haven't been taught this, y'all. I'm not picking on anybody. A lot of people think that it's just Chinese medicine. Okay, when it comes to our medicine, if you see anyone, okay, um, using what we have around us, that is our medicine. We have adapted so much so to the things that have happened, or the restrictions that have been displayed or placed on us for so long. Our ancestors, grandmothers, great grandmothers, whomever, have used what is around us. Okay. And if you are in one of the groups that I'm in, you know that I shared. I don't share my garden with nobody. I just don't. I do not. I may show little things here and there, as a teaching lesson, but I just don't show everything. Um, peach leaves. Peach leaves. If you think peaches will run through you, baby, peach leaves. Yeah, peach leaves. Mullein, because mullein is antiviral, antibacterial. It will help shrink a cyst, and if it helps shrink a cyst, what you think it's going to do to that parasite? Mullein will run something through you. It's going to help to relax the body, but it's yeah, it's nice. It's nice like that. So don't think that you have to like restrict yourself to certain things. Okay, so we talked about food, we talked about herbs. I'm trying to think if I missed anything, and I'm looking around because y'all, I'm actually in the midst of my garden. I feel like, when you work with nature, it's not just what you plant. Check your surroundings. Check your surroundings. Okra, people love okra. All people love okra. Okra leaves, watermelon leaves, grape leaves. Don't limit yourself to just another culture's medicine, because the statement um food is thy medicine, it is. Okay, so if you enjoyed this, stay tuned. I'm not going to be talking about cyclospora, but this will be a continuation. Okay, um as to how you can get ahead of things like this. Until next time, make sure you explore your garden mentally, physically, and spiritually.